So, starting in your pole position, Chase Glendon. Outside first row, Michael Tucker. Starting in third place, Dalton Lane. Fourth place, Cody Wilkerson. Fifth place, Brent McDonald. Sixth place, Paul Pfeffer. Seventh, Nick Klosterman. Eighth, J.D. Myers. And ninth, Alex Thompson. So the thing about the heats tonight, there will be 2 heat races. Top 2 will advance. And after the heat races are concluded, we will be running a B main. And it should be 12 total that advance, I believe. No, it turn some laps, get them a transfer spot, and keep on moving down the line. Out in front, we got Clendenin and Tucker, 2 of the faster drivers in the league. Dalton Lane right there in your third place position. Looking to see something out of him too. Got some people in the chat here. Speed Racer. I have the rookie shootout up on the big screen and the surround sound turned up. Absolutely fantastic, man. Glad that you're here and glad that you're enjoying the stream. Just like to say thanks to everyone coming out here. Got something to take care of here real quick. And we are good. Okay. All right. Coming up onto turn 3 and turn 4. Pace truck has dipped down into the infield. We got Clendenin who's going to take us off here on the screen flag. Right there in the 95 mark. Clendenin takes off. Lane right on his bumper. Didn't get a very good jump. Dalton Lane was all over it. Clendenin and Lane, the 2 out front. Tucker in third. McDonald fourth. Pfeffer in fifth. Top 5. Clendenin getting a decent lead. Good throttle control around dirt track in Charlotte. Absolute must here. Looks like a big track. Looks like you can hold it down, but you still got to let off a little bit. So, Clendenin getting a good early lead here. Take a look back in the field. Dalton Lane second. Tucker in third. McDonald in fourth. Pfeffer in fifth. J.D. Myers, sixth place runner. Right behind him is Nick Klosterman. Eighth place, we've got Cody Wilkerson. Rounding out the end of your field, Alex Thompson. Looks like Boffman and JD have a little bit of trouble coming up across the checkered flag. Cody Wilkerson makes it through. Go back up to earlier. Clendenin should be cleared off the track by this time. Hopefully doesn't afflict the race in the front. Alex Thompson's car looking a little messed up there in last place position. Looks like we got see these guys keep it green. Clendenin's still out front. Dalton Lane in second place. Clendenin's looking like he might have himself a feature win if he can drive like this in the future. He's running a 5/10 gap in second place in Dalton Lane. He's got over second on third place. So looks like he's finally figured it out here, folks. We're currently on lap 7. Coming up to lap 8, we've got a white flag in the air. Clendenin's currently your race leader. Dalton Lane in second. McDonald third. Tucker fourth. Pfeffer in fifth. Tucker and Pfeffer look like they got a little bit of a battle back here. 2 transfer spots is Clendenin and Dalton Lane. Mike Tucker's going to hold on to fourth place and give him a better start in the B main than Paul Pfeffer rounding out your top 5. So, heat 1, you got Clendenin, Lane, McDonald, Tucker, Pfeffer, Wilkerson, Klosterman, Myers, and Alex Thompson. B main time. We've got 12 drivers total for the B main. Starting in your pole position is going to be Brent McDonald, starting in second place in first row on the outside is Justin Anglin. Third place is Michael Tuck. Nick Klosterman. 10, Nick Boffman. 11, J.D. Myers. And rounding out the end of your field is going to be Michael Fizel, the top 10 transfer out of the B main. So we will watch these guys make it or break it all the way around the track. We'll see what kind of things that they can get done while we're out here. Absolutely fantastic. They are rolling around on the green flag. Pace trucks out front in your row one inside Brent McDonald, and on the outside, Justin Anglin. Those were your heat race finishers for P3 and Heat 1 and 2. Put them in the front of the B main. We've got 26 people in here. Thank you guys for coming out and joining us. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. I know some people got us on the big screen. Some people got us on their phone. Some people got us on our tablet. Wherever you are, I appreciate you for coming out. I don't really like to ask for subscribers and whatever it is. I just want you guys to be in here and enjoy the race as much as I enjoy calling it. So, pace trucks on the infield. We have these guys taking off out front. 28 Brent McDonald is going to lead the pack. A little bit of a rough takeoff here. Waited all the way until the green flag. Brent McDonald still out front. Go to TV1. Mike Tucker trying to make a move on Justin Anglin. Mike Tucker going to move to the inside. Now moving to the outside. Justin Anglin's going to cross over and go to the inside. Looks like Anglin's going to take your second place position. Top 10 transfer. Dustin Haynes is in your current transfer spot. Take a look back. Cody Wilkerson here in the 111 car. Got plenty of people out there rooting for him. You usually see him out there in the chat. Lap time so far, 15.582 was your fastest, and that was turned by Mike Tucker. Oh, we got a 15.558 Nick Klosterman movement. Pretty quick. Brent McDonald lays down a 15.333 for his last turn. Justin Anglin putting down a 15.488. Absolutely fantastic. Cody Wilkerson sitting in your fourth place position right here. We've got Nick Klosterman. Absolutely fantastic. Nick Klosterman rounding out your top 5. Alex Thompson looks like he's going to have himself a feature in 6th place if he can hold on to this. Heidenrich, same thing right behind him. Michael Fizel in the 33 car. Looks like his brother George Fizel, who's in the race control booth right now. Number 33, sporting by the brothers. Hellman's mayonnaise on the hood too, if no one noticed. Dick Boffman in 10th, and Yarborough is your transfer spot. Haynes trying to fight up to him. Brock Miller in rear. Paul Pfeffer fighting with JD. A little bit of contact. Paul up into the wall. Paul cuts down to the low line. Oh, big slider. Both cars stayed straight on the track. Brent McDonald right behind those two in your first place position. And he is running away with the race. We're going to throw it into his gyro and watch him come up onto the lap traffic. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Paul Pfeffer and J.D. Myers get into each other right there on the backstretch. Brent McDonald, your pole sitter currently for the B main. Get him a good starting spot in the A main whenever he does go. We'll put him in 3rd place, I do believe. Justin Anglin sitting right behind him. We'll go back to Justin Anglin, who is a 2nd and 3/10 behind McDonald in your first place position. You can see how much these guys are cranking on this wheel as you look at this gyro spot from the cockpit. Absolutely fantastic. Look on the left rear, Mike Tucker right there behind Anglin, still trying to make that move to get that better position. Your transfer spot at the current point in time is Nathan Yarborough still. So up front, you've got McDonald. We're watching Justin Anglin on the left rear suspension. Mike Tucker, 3rd, Wilkerson 4th, and Klosterman is in 5th. Mike Tucker battling with lap traffic here. J.D. Myers trying to work a way around him. He does get around him. Now let's see if he can make a move on the low line and get up there to Justin Anglin. Go back up to a TV1 position. The cameras, checkered flag comes out. Your finishers are going to be Brent McDonald up front, Anglin 2nd, Tucker 3rd, 4th Wilkerson, 5th Klosterman. Then we got Heidenrich, Fizel, Thompson, Boffman, and rounding out your top 10 is Yarborough, are the ones that we are going to see in the feature. Your feature, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Chase Clendenin out front, Matt Tejon in 2nd place, 3rd Dalton Lane, 4th John Bartlett. Rounding out your top 5 is going to be Brent McDonald. He's inside row 3. Outside row 3, starting in 6th position, Justin Anglin. And we've got Mike Tucker, Cody Wilkerson, Nick Klosterman, Daniel L. Heidenrich, Michael Fizel, and Alex Thompson. And we're going to have to take a look back at the field. Put that up on our race tab. Give us just a second here, ladies and gentlemen. So in your final 2 spots of the field, you've got Nick Boffman and Nathan Yarborough. Dalton Lane, like we said before, was going to be getting an EOL. So he will be at the back of the field. And ladies and gentlemen, that isn't because Dalton Lane got in any trouble or anything. So don't jump to conclusions. Dalton Lane just has been running a little too, I'm not going to say too. He's been running fairly well with the rookies. So we got a rule here in Dirt Anarchy. We do this on Sunday nights, of course, but we're going to do it in the rookie league because we want the leagues to translate as much as we can. So we are going to be moving Dalton Lane to the end of the field. After you win a couple features and you're running away with the rest of the pack, we usually give him an EOL to kind of make him work with the field. It also helps the driver out. If they're used to running in front and not driving through people, driving through the field to work up to a good position, then they can kind of get used to it here. But we have a 30-lap A main. Charlotte Motor Speedway, Chase Clendenin and Matt Tejon are going to be up front. We are going to go to a rear chase on Clendenin and watch the rest of this field take off. Clendenin getting a good lead, Tejon on the outside. Clendenin already working up to the high side. Absolutely fantastic. Clendenin a little sideways here, Tejon in behind him. He keeps it straightened out. Clendenin's going to lose a couple positions in this transaction. See if he can get work back up in the field. That's going to shake things up in the front. Your new leader, McDonald, who won the B main, is all the way up in the front. McDonald, Bartlett, Tejon, and Clendenin and England. We've got a caution out. Looks like Dalton Lane. We'll see what happened here. Go ahead and take a far chase view at this. Oh, Dalton Lane. Can't really tell what happened here. Tell you what we're going to do is back our camera out a little bit so we can take a good peek at this. We can see all the racing lines. Looks like the number 2 of Heidenrich cut down into Dalton Lane. Not sure who the race control will call this on, but we will go back. Damage is on for these drivers, so a little bit of hurt and a little bit of turmoil might take them out and put them in the back of the field. So let's see, EFRL 1-2. Let's go, boys. Absolutely fantastic. So McDonald and Bartlett making out your first row. Tejon is going to be in 3rd place. Clendenin in 4th. Mike Tucker rounding out your top 5. Absolutely fantastic to see. We are under a yellow flag here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. These guys are about to go green once they grid up here. Looks like a little bit of a break-in grid. May or may not have extended this one lap. Not really sure what happened there, but we are green. Might throw a caution to reset. They might go ahead and let them run. Not really sure. Awesome. Big one racers. How many cautions we are at? Kerry, we are currently at 1. Thank you for answering that, buddy. I wasn't looking down at the chat at the time. Let's see. McDonald all the way out front. Bartlett is in 2nd place. Staying in 3rd. Clendenin 4th. And Anglin has dropped back to 5th currently. We're going to take a look back here at last week's winner in his cockpit, Dalton Lane, see what he's dealing with this week. Running at Charlotte, running the high side. Dalton Lane getting a decent run on the 33 of Fazell. Michael Fazell. Oh, we've got a caution. Got one spun out. We actually caught that right there in our cockpit view. So let's move up the field a little bit here. Take a look at Nathan Yarborough and see exactly what happened to Nick Ball. A little bit of got a little bit loose. Yarborough didn't have enough time to check. Brandon Starnes, we are currently on lap number 5, and we are on caution number 2. 14 people on the field. Brandon Starnes down there in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, is the owner and operator of Dirt Anarchy. Sometimes I have him in the booth with me. I think the first time we did the stream, I had Brandon in there. Yeah, we are currently on lap 5. I will eventually get a lap counter up on the stream. I've got some things that I need to do to iron out my performance a little bit as a broadcaster, but we will be able to get that done soon enough. But currently on lap 5, Brett McDonald's going to be in your 1st place sitter, Bartlett in 2nd, Tejon in third, Clendenin in fourth, Justin Englund in fifth. And the rest of your field is Tucker, Klosterman, Wilkerson, Yarborough, Thompson, and Heidenrich down to 11th place. Then you've got Michael Fizell, Dalton Lane, and Nick Boffman rounding out the end of your field. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, they should be 1 to green currently, and going to be broadcasting a big block league next season. Absolutely fantastic. Love hearing information like that. So if you guys are intrigued in the rookies here in the Pro Lates, you will be able to catch me broadcasting Dirt Anarchy's big block league next year. Brandon Storms, the owner, has just now spoke about it, so I'm going to go ahead and speak about it on my broadcast. Kerry House says, you're just going to say that in this chat. Oh boy, that's funny. Brandon always loves to help. It's been a huge help to me and a huge help to the racers here in Dirt Anarchy. But absolutely fantastic having a guy like him in your corner fighting for you day in and day out as you go through the walk of life of iRacing. So, Brent McDonald all the way up front. He has a 5/10 gap on Bartlett, and it looks like these guys have a little bit of work to do back here in the top 5 position. So, you got McDonald out there leading the pack. Absolutely fantastic. Take a little bit of a different camera angle here. Left rear. This is the left rear of Brent McDonald. You can see the rest of the field trying to get up there, work with them a little bit. We are going to do something a little different here. Turn the engine sound up some. That way you can hear his throttle control. Absolutely fantastic in the corners with the throttle control in this car right now. You can hear him as soon as he starts to get loose. He lets off that throttle a little bit and gets her going right back into it. We will jump back to Bartlett, who's getting a little bit of a lead on Tejon. He's sitting about a second on Tejon. These guys back here are really battling it out. We will go to the TVA1 position to look for this fight for third place. Tejon in the high line. Anglin down the bottom. Chase Clendenin sitting in fifth with Mike Tucker right on his rear end. We have a caution out on the track. That is caution number 2. We're on lap 12, ladies. Let's see where this came from. Nick Boffman and Michael Fiesel. The far chase on this. Boffman on the high line. Fiesel on the low line. Boffman comes down off the wall a little bit. Fiesel gets into him, tries to check, can't get much done. So that is that. We will see who will receive the EOL from race control. Again, Kyle Carter is currently in the race control booth with George Fiesel, which is Michael's brother. So let's see. Brandon Storms asked Kerry, where is he? Why isn't he racing? He couldn't make it. Sometimes responsibilities take over what we want to do in our fun time, and our responsibilities bleed over. So we got to sacrifice. But let's see. Yeah, let's go Alex Thompson. Love to see Alex Thompson in here putting in good laps. He was worried about this track this week, but he came out in a practice earlier today that I was in, and he put an outstanding time down on the field, and you can tell that he has really improved as a driver. So we're on lap 12 currently.
Refresh. Level up. And enjoy.
12 of 30. Pace truck is out on the field. They're about to dip down. These guys are 1 to green. Watching this race, where the 2 random front runners come from. I think that I've seen Bartlett. Pretty sure I've seen McDonald a couple times. It's hard to say. There's a lot of rookies out here in the course of the last 5 weeks that I've been out here running. Fantastic to see him. I can tell a huge improvement in the guys since they first started. But we're green flag racing. Brent McDonald sitting out front in your top position. Bartlett taking a super high line and giving Tejon a little bit of a leadway to take it on the bottom. Tejon's going to stick to the bottom around there. He's going and picked up a second place position. Clendenin's working his way back up the field. We got Eglin in 6th, battling out. Dalton Lane has moved back up to 7th position. Dalton Lane's come from the back of the field all the way up to 7th. That is a decent run for Dalton Lane. He's moving up 7 positions. We'll see how many more he can move up by the time this features over. We're on lap 15. We've got about 15 to go. Let's see. Brent McDonald and Tejon running the field. Michael Fazell here, a little bit of loose out of Alex Thompson in the 16. Trying to get it back together. Heidenrich, Nick Moffman back here in the 6 car, sitting in your 11th place position. You got Cody Wilkerson in the 111 in 10th. Dalton Lane's moved back to 8th. Nathan Yarborough's in 9th. Mike Tucker went ahead and took over that position from Dalton Lane. Mike Tucker's going to be in your 7th place position currently. Jump back up to your leaders. John Bartlett maintaining the 3rd place. Not too bad. Tejon still sitting in 2nd, not letting McDonald get too big of a lead on him. The track is starting to become multi-line. We've got people on the bottom and the top running the same lap times. Let's see, Mike Tucker, right here is your battle. These guys are battling for 3rd place. Clendenin up on the high side, making it work. Stays by Bartlett. And Anglin is starting to work the high side too. Bartlett's down there on the low end, trying to make something work. This battle for 4th and this battle for 3rd place, 4th place, 5th place is absolutely fantastic. Chase Clendenin still maintaining your 3rd spot up there in the podium. Justin Anglin might give him a run for his money here if he can keep getting these runs. Matt Tejon now closing the gap on McDonald, right up on the rear end. Matt Tejon trying to do everything he can to get around that car. These guys are both running the low side. McDonald still maintains a 2/10 gap on Tejon. Tejon's a little bit quicker in the corners. McDonald's a little quicker in the straights. Ooh, that was close to that tire there, Matt. Awful close. Yeah, no jokers about to be a race for the lead. These guys are... McDonald's got Tejon breathing down his neck. Let's see, McDonald changing the lineup a little bit, trying to find a way to run away from Tejon. Tejon's starting to close the gap still, maintaining a good position. We're on lap 26, got about 4 to go. We'll see if Tejon can run him down here in the next couple laps. Back here in the back, we've got Alex Thompson, Boffman, Heidenrich, Cody Wilkerson in your 10th place position. Let's see, we're going to jump back up to, we got a caution, Justin Anglin. Hopefully none of the leaders were tied up in that, and I believe it might have been Clendenin and Klosterman who were involved in the season. So we'll take a look at the far chase. Clendenin right on the tail of Klosterman. Clendenin gets a good run off the wall. Klosterman gets a little loose. We'll take a look in his cockpit and see what happened. Race control will be the ones to officially make a call on this, but I always like to kind of review them while we're here on the stream just so everyone can have an understanding of what's going on. Matt is booking it. Yeah, Matt Tejon is absolutely flying. Very impressed with this performance. Clendenin up into the wall and pushes Klosterman out of the way, causes caution, brings it out. So kind of hard to check whenever you're up there in the wall like that. You get a little bit of an extra speed boost off of it, something that we call wall riding around here. I'm not sure that was the case here, but it can definitely cause different things to happen in your car that you don't expect to happen. So anytime you got contact outside of all 4 tires on the ground, it does look a little, it makes things a little shaky. Excuse me. So far up front, that's going to shake up your grid here a little bit. But we are on lap 27. These guys will be restarting single file. You got McDonald out front. That might have been what Tejon needed, sitting in second place, to try and secure this win. You got Tejon in second, Justin Anglin in third, Mike Tucker in fourth, Dalton Lane in fifth, Yarborough in sixth, Klosterman in seventh, Wilkerson in eighth, Heidenrich in ninth, and rounding out your top 10 is Nick Boffman. Pace truck has gone into the infield, and these guys are about to take off around turn number 4. Take a TV2 look on this. McDonald gets a good jump home. That puts us on to lap 28. Good look, McDonald's car there, number 28 on the racetrack. iRacing. We got a caution. That will be caution number 4, I do believe. Mike Tucker's made a decent climb up the field. Had a pretty good night tonight. He's running in the top 5. He's in 4th place currently. The one to watch out for currently is Dalton Lane. He's went from 14th to 5th place in this race. So I believe the pace truck is still on the field. Yep, it is. These guys will not be going green here. They got one more time to run around the track, and then they will go green. If you guys are in here as Spark Spotter or Dirt Static Esports, I'd like to thank every one of you for coming out and watching the race tonight. After the race has concluded, we will have a interview with the top 3 drivers. So we'll have one with whoever your winner is, or your P2 place is, and whoever your P3 is. Bring those guys in here and talk to them a little bit. But absolutely fantastic having everyone out here. Brent McDonald will take off. First place sitter Tejo, not getting a very good jump off the start. Looks like he's catching him on the low line. Justin Anglin is there. Dalton Lane making a pass on Mike Tucker on the low side. Dalton Lane sticking on the low end. We are currently on lap 29, and we have a caution out. Cautions are happening at the end of the race. Guys might be trying to drive it a little too hard. You never know what happens. Sometimes it just happens, you know. 111 got a little loose here. Into the wall. And that is Daniel Heidenrich got loose in the bottom end. Gives Nick Boffman the EOL. That'll shake things up just a tad. Give you a rundown from 1 to 10. McDonald 1, Tejon 2, Anglin 3, Tucker 4, Lane 5, Wilkerson, Thompson, Clendenin, Yarborough, and Michael Fizel will round out your top 10. Let's see. Not too bad performance out of these drivers here tonight. McDonald's been able to hold on to quite a few lead laps here since the beginning of the race. He's led around, I'd like to say 28, 29 total, maybe 28. Pace truck's going to dip off into the infield. Brett McDonald leading the pack around turn number 3 and turn number 4. They're going to take off with this green flag. We are going to focus on the front end of the track. Tejon getting a decent jump here. Decent jump, not amazing, but good enough. Brett McDonald about a 4/10 gap on Tejon. A little bit different of an angle here. Try to watch these guys. We are on lap 31. That's the checkered flag. Forgot to call it out. But your winner of tonight's feature, Brent McDonald. P2 finisher, Matt Tejon, and third, Justin Anglin. The rest of the field is Mike Tucker, Dalton Lane, Cody Wilkerson, Chase Clendenin, Nathan Yarborough, Alex Thompson, Nick Klosterman, Michael Fizel, John Bartlett, I think John Bartlett, Heidenrich, and Nick Boffman going to round out the end of your field. So congratulations to your winner. Absolutely fantastic to see. Your winner tonight was Brent McDonald. Second place, Matt Tejon, and third place, Justin Engel. So we're going to take a short intermission, and we will conclude with the interview process. We're going to jump our camera over here to the scenic area, and we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, with me currently I have your P1 finisher, your winner, Brent McDonald. Brent, a little bit of a shakeup on that first lap. Saw some guys fall back a couple spots. You went up there and took the lead, and it looked like you led, I think, 28, maybe 29 laps of the entire race. Just tell us a little bit what was working for you, buddy.
Yeah, well, it seemed like I was very confident on the bottom, and thank goodness for Patrick Solari. He's the one that gave me the heads up on that, so it helped me a lot with him showing me what to do.
Yeah, it does help a lot having guys behind you whenever you're out here driving around the track. You know, I've got quite a bit of guys who help me. David Garman, Brandon Starnes have been giving me pointers all throughout the time of my league. So, absolutely fantastic finish, man. What was up with Matt Tejon? He was creeping up on you there.
Yeah, we got a few cautions or whatever going out there. It's kind of throwing me off, and then once the track starts slicking off, I was kind of goofing up too much. I was taking it in too hard at the last there, trying a little too hard is what it was, but I kind of calmed down, slowed down, and still come finishing top. So,
Were you nervous at all?
Yes, I was nervous. That was a lot to do with it.
Yep. I can tell you, last Sunday I ran. I was up in the front in the UMP mods, and I've never been so nervous in a race car in my life.
Yeah, very nervous. I was nervous for sure.
Yeah, no joke. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Brent McDonald. Brent, if you want to go ahead and throw out your sponsors, anybody that you'd like to thank, if you got any friends and family out there, you know, that you want to mention, go ahead and do it, buddy.
I just want to thank John Bartlett for being a good buddy of mine. When me and him's been talking, and we're doing well together. Then Patrick Solari, as I said, he raced with you guys on Sundays, and he's been giving me so much pointers, so I got to give a shout-out to him. And that's it. And old Pops was watching tonight, so he got to see me win a race, so I guess he enjoyed that one.
All right, man. Absolutely fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, your P1 finisher, Brent McDonald. Thanks a lot, Brent.
Thank you.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your